We are
Two girls.
on a fast ride. Well, hello everyone. Hello, Lynn. How are you today?
Hi, Marie. I am amazing. How are you today?
I'm excited.
Are you? How come?
I'm excited because it's episode number 20.
We're celebrating.
Oh my gosh, we are so celebrating and we are so grateful for you guys to watch and comment because we were just reviewing a couple of comments on our before episode, and this is great. I mean, people are listening, are watching, and commenting. I mean, this is really, really great, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for you as well.
Oh, I feel the same way, Marie. And it's the comments have been just so like they've been helpful. And sometimes the comments are in YouTube, like on our YouTube channel,
Yes.
but sometimes we get them in Messenger
Yeah.
private comments too. And some of the comments, all of the comments have been positive, and it sounds like people are really taking away what we're talking about and adding more to it. So
Yes.
as we celebrate our 20th episode, we thought it would be great to talk to some of the comments. And also, as we're heading into the summer months, how do you network? How do you, I'm on vacation. I'm not networking. I'm not going to do any of that. But how to kind of weave it in so that you're actually building relationships. So don't even think about the networking side. Think about the building relationship side. And I don't know too many businesses that aren't building relationships. Do you, Marie?
No, because I mean, you need to get to know other people because you never know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
You never know who you get to talk to share something with, or even if you're on your camping site. I mean, those people mostly they either have a job, they either have a business, or they're retired, but they still have an active life.
So before we start with that, should we start with some of the comments that we
Yes,
received? Okay. Okay. Can
yes,
I go first?
of course.
Can I go first? Okay. So Paul Myers is a dear, dear friend and a BNI buddy. He talked about in our last episode, it was all about, how do you network? And when you go to events, do you just hand out as many business cards as you can? No, that's not what we're talking about. And he made a very good point. He said, do not pitch. Do
Yes.
not take that networking event as a time to pitch yourself. It's all about getting to know the other person. And he also said, add value first. Oh, I can't believe we missed that, Marie. And I'm so glad we
Totally.
all caught it. You need to add value first. And what to you at a networking event, what does adding value mean?
Well, I prefer to, when I start a conversation with a perfect stranger, I prefer they tell me why they're doing what they're doing.
Nice.
Because we know a lot of people that does, the same. Let's take a personal trainer, for example. We
Yes,
know a couple of personal
we
trainers,
do.
but you're not gonna buy them unless you feel a connection and their why. Because I know a personal trainer where I go to do my aqua gym with. She's not like a bodybuilder. She's not fit like a model. She's into that because she had an injury, and she decided to take better care of herself.
Mm.
And by that, she started to take some courses in order to be able to help other who had injuries before.
Yeah,
How awesome is that? That's her
that is
why
so.
she's doing what she's doing. So when you pitch yourself to somebody, don't go with your services or your products or whatever. Tell them why you're doing what you're doing.
Oh my gosh, that is wonderful. And I would say ask them why first.
Yes.
Sometimes they'll ask you, sometimes they won't. You don't know what space somebody is in at a networking event because sometimes they're so overwhelmed, they might forget to ask, right? But you're asking questions that bring them to ease. And even, if they tell you what they do, you might even want to say, it's not even a question, tell me more. Those three words, tell me more. I can't tell you how much value they add to people's lives because in our day to day, how many people truly ask you what you do? I don't get very many people asking me what I do, right? In a span of a week, I might have one person ask me what I do. Every other conversation I have is about them. Tell me more about what you do. What do you love about what you do? You know, those kinds of things. You're not a firing line, but you're just asking to gain a little bit more insight and just to develop that relationship and deepen that relationship. So Paul, bang on. When you add value and you're asking people more about them, that is adding value. And you know what else adds value is when you can connect a person to somebody else. And oh, you know what? Had no idea you did that, Marie. Would you be open for me to connect you with so and so, because I really believe they might be able to help you with what you're doing.
I do that on a regular basis. I consider myself as a master connector because I know so many people in my network that at some point I'm going to talk to somebody and they're going to make me think of somebody else. And boom, in my head, oh my gosh, you guys, you should talk to that person because, and I do that on a regular basis every week. There's not a week that goes by that I did not connect somebody. Tomorrow night, we have our LinkedIn local event. I'm excited because there's going to be new people there. So I'm going to have the opportunity to meet with them. And another thing, when you say, ask about them, just don't focus on the business side of what they do. Ask about their interest in life. This is something we don't ask often. Or we don't get asked often. Ask them what they like to do. When they relax, do they read? Do they watch a movie or what? Ask them. I think this is another thing that we should, get a little on a personal level. If somebody tells me they like cats, then we're good to go for hours.
Your best friends.
My best friend. That person becomes my best friend. Totally.
And you never know how you bond with somebody either, right? Like if somebody says to me, oh, I just love yoga, I can talk to them like you and cats, right? It's the idea that you can talk to them for hours and they're going to remember that. And they're going to remember how good you made them feel by just simply listening to them.
Totally.
So thank you, Paul, for that comment.
Thank you, Paul. That was an amazing,
Now you had a friend that also commented.
Yeah, Marie is an author. She's been following us since the very beginning. Sometimes she comments in French and sometimes it's in English. And that's what she says about following up. Following up is really important. And she says that every time she receives a business card, even if she didn't ask for it, she's gonna manage to do a follow-up. What did she say here? And she also wait for people to ask her for her business card. She's not gonna throw, business card. Maria has some great comments practically on every one of our episodes.
I love it.
And sometimes it's an example on how we helped her first, on tips and tricks that we gave, or even I think it was episode 4, she said that she was going to share the episode to one of her friends that was struggling with that particular topic so that friend could listen to it. I mean, this is why we're doing this.
Why? That's right.
This is worth a celebration. Maybe we don't know who that person is, and thank God, Marie. Thank you, Marie, for sharing that with your friend, because we never know who we can help, and don't be afraid to share if you think it can help somebody else. Marie is a great auditor. She's really good for watching and commenting our podcast.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marie. That's great. And now, are we ready to get into our talking about how to network? And
yes, because it was not enough last time. Totally, really, and wasn't. Particularly, we're going to be on vacation soon. Some people going to be at the end of May, June, July. Construction holiday is coming pretty quick. We're going to be there without even notice the time that I had passed. So yes, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, first of all, consider stopping thinking about networking as a job, or thinking about it as one more thing I have to do, or a task that I have to do. When you embrace it naturally and you become that person that is, all about just deepening connection, networking becomes second nature. I don't even consider it work. When I go to an event, it is like in my head that I am automatically going to meet 2 or 3 people and I'm going to learn a little bit more about them. So, and I just, it just evolved over years. So I do not consider networking work. I consider it to be fun to create new relationships and to get to know people a little bit better. I want to know what their goals are, what they've accomplished. I want to know what their interests are, what other connections do they have, and what particular skills. So that's kind of a gains profile,
Totally.
GANS,
That's what
right?
I was thinking about
And
exactly.
I do that naturally now because so when I'm on vacation and I'm sitting beside somebody, especially like on a plane or I'm sitting beside somebody on the beach, or I am striking up a conversation with them. And very quickly, I'm going to know if I want to further that conversation with them. And more often than not, I do. I want to learn more about them and I want to, I want them to tell me about themselves. So that to me, when I'm on vacation, that's a perfect time for me to network. How
I
about
do
you?
that at the grocery store. It
Oh,
just remind me yesterday, as some lady was, in the aisles and something dropped from her cart. And I said,
yeah.
"Oh, ma'am, she said, "Oh, yeah, I just saw it." And it was like, those seeds that you plant
Yeah.
to have whatever vegetable or flowers. I didn't
Yeah.
notice exactly what. And I said, "Oh, you are into gardening." Just like that. We talked for 2, 3 minutes. Just like
Nice.
that. You never know. You never know who
You
you're gonna
never
step
know.
in who's gonna step into your life at some point. That could be very interesting to start a conversation at the grocery store.
Yes, yes. The grocery store, coffee shops. If you're waiting in line for your coffee and the person ahead of you or the person behind you is open to a conversation, you just even my gosh, can you believe the rain we're getting? And just start with weather. Canadians love to start with weather because it's
Yes,
always so
all the
different.
time. That's
Yeah.
how we started today before
So
recording.
so I just want to put out a challenge when you're on vacation this summer. Do you really know if you're going to a spot where you go often? Like I know there's a lot of campgrounds and, do you know your neighbors? Have you, in your neighborhood, have you made it a point to get to know your neighbors at all? Or when you go, take your trailer or your cottage or, do you know your neighbors and, can you strike up a conversation with them? Do you know what they do for a living? Do you know how many kids they have? Do you know the names of their kids? Those kinds of things can be really helpful. And if you decide that that's what you want to do, like get to know your neighbors a little bit more, I promise you there's going to be, you're going to learn a lot more about yourself in the process. So there
Totally.
there is, yeah, there's some real value in networking with people. And you just never know what people do for a living or how, you might and be in a position to help them.
You know what I like to do, especially when I meet somebody new, let's say, probably not at every networking event because that would be too overwhelming for me. But especially if I meet somebody outside a networking event for the first time, and I listen carefully about what they like, what they do, I'm going to take some time to find either if it's something online or at the store, something that the next time I'm going to meet with them, I'm going to give to them.
Oh
Or
my,
if it's online, I find something on internet and I think that they can, it could be profitable for them. I'm gonna, hey, listen, Lynn, remember you told me about this and that. Look what I just found. I think it might interest you.
love it.
You
Love it.
got, they're gonna see. Well, she was really listening to me, and
Yes.
that's important. You have
Yeah.
to listen
Yeah.
because those little things you remember about people,
Mm.
it's going to make all the difference. One of my new customer with my main business, she said, "Oh, I would like to try something new to clean my countertop and blah blah." Guess what? I brought her some tough and tender with the little sample thing,
Yeah.
and I said, "Yeah, try this on."
There you go.
Didn't say
Right.
anything else. Not, "Oh, you have to,"
No.
just because she told me I would
Mention.
like to try something new. I
Yeah.
brought it to her. She was like, "Oh, you really did listen." Yeah, I listened.
Yeah.
This is something
And
I developed over the years.
I think people are craving someone to listen to them these days. And I can tell you without a doubt that when I am a generous listener, meaning I'm listening more than I talk, people are so grateful. And when they feel that gratitude, they feel it. It's not about what I've said, it's about how I've made them feel. Doors open up like I have never, I can't even explain it.
Yep.
It's incredible the energy that is created by that. Right.
Totally,
So
totally.
it's very, very empowering, very powerful.
Yeah, and even like you said, if you're on vacation, you never know where a conversation will lead. If it's not them, it could be somebody they know that you can help.
Yes,
I
exactly.
mean, you never know. Like Marie's friend on our episode number 4. If she would have not been being a viewer or a listener, she would have probably not be able to send that. So listen, make sure you listen carefully. And if you're not in a position to take some notes right now, make sure when the conversation is over, take some notes right away.
Yeah.
So you don't forget.
Be a generous listener and think of networking as fun as opposed to one more thing I have to do.
It is fun.
Big difference. It is fun. Yeah, I know.
And I was sharing with somebody, well, actually
Marie,
the personal.
Marie, are we just weird?
No, I don't think we're weird. I don't think we're weird. There's a lot of people out there that are a little bit like us. And sorry if I went into your question, but I was talking yesterday over the phone with the personal trainer who gives the aquagym classes. We are both in a similar business, health and wellness, two different companies.
Yep.
I didn't care. I don't care. It's her company. I have my company. And she was asking me, what's networking? Oh, are you ready to listen? We spoke over the phone like for 40 minutes yesterday.
Amazing.
I am going to help her to build her LinkedIn profile because she wants to look more professional than on Facebook. And she says, you don't mind helping me? I said, no, because I find in you a nice person. And she says, oh, you're so sweet. It's not a matter of being sweet. I mean, she is helping other people. Yeah. My goal is to help other people. Maybe we could help each other without even knowing that we're helping each other. Yeah. So I'm going to help her do her nice LinkedIn profile. She's going to come to an event anytime soon because she wants to experience a networking event. Yeah. So yeah, we're both going to go next Sunday at an event close by. We both live in the same city. That's excellent. Awesome. So I look forward to see her reaction and
so you guys we are celebrating our 20th episode. Yes, we're celebrating our 20th. Are we ready for my quote?
We are, because this is just the perfect time.
Okay, so my quote is from Oprah Winfrey. Love Oprah.
Yes.
The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. And I have to say, I totally agree with that. The more reasons you find to celebrate, you're going to find reasons to celebrate a lot. When you find ways to look for what's wrong, you're always going to find what's wrong.
Yeah.
So flip that around. You can find just as many things to celebrate as you can reasons wrong. Choose the celebration, choose the praise, choose to be grateful, and man, oh man, what a difference that makes. So I really thought that was a perfect quote for today.
It is a perfect quote. Awesome. So next episode, actually, we would like to know if you prefer the morning time, because we switch from Wednesday night. Wednesday night to Tuesday morning. Yes. Let us know if you like it that way. So we're going to stick to that. And we were going to talk about next time is how to change habits to get what you want in your business.
Changing up habits. I love that.
Yes, I think it's going to be an awesome topic.
So for sure.
So thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell for notification, and we will see you next time. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Marie. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Here we are, 2 girls on a fast ride.